Peace, family. It's Renee, your digital loctician, and we're doing this thing again where I just hit record and we just kind of vibe out. Like, I did this, I want to say a month or two ago, and you said you liked it, so hopefully this will be a thing. I don't know if we got to name it, but we're just going to chat about lessons in our locks this season. And as you know, I'm not for just talking at you. This is a dialogue, it's a conversation. So feel free in the comments to also share what lessons you are learning in this season of your locks. So it's been many summers, shall we say, with this set of locks. And one of the things I really wished I had done, I was great at it in the beginning, like documenting vlogs about where I am and what's happening and all the things. And somewhere in the middle, and I say middle because that would insinuate that this is the end, but when my hair started to mature and become more locked, so to speak, I stopped recording. I stopped hitting record just about my journey and was so heavy in just like teaching. And so much of the lesson is in the journey, is in the process. So I wish I had hit record. And so to kind of make up for lost time, if you will, that's what we're doing here. This season of my locks, this past winter with my lock journey, I feel like I am learning all the things. One of which is that everyone is not for you. And I feel like this lesson is coming up more for me as I'm noticing locks become more and more mainstream, not necessarily accepted, but just it's more of a hairstyle than a lifestyle. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like when I first started this set of locks, I could go into a room or go into a space, kind of like scan it. Okay, let me find the person that has locks. And it's a vibe. Like, we're just talking about books, we're talking about wellness, we're talking about self-care and like the journey and the things we learn. And it's just like, yes, like you get it, right? You've been part of this process. But now I feel like it's harder to do that because I may find that person or look to that person and they don't care about their hair. They don't care about the journey. They got instant locks. They wasn't here for the beginning stages. And it's just a hairstyle. They can cut it off. They can, return it, put it back on whatever. And so it's, for me, becoming more of a task is not even a word, but it's just like, I feel like just because you had locks, there was a time where just because someone had locks, I could assume, and I don't know, is that bad? Like, I would just assume you were for the culture, like you were for betterment, if you will, coming from, right, the hills of natural hair. Like, we have relaxers, then we went natural. Most people, well, not even say most people, but a large part of the people that went natural in the beginning was because they were looking to be more healthy with their lifestyle. They were looking to not poison their bodies and not put things in their hair. And yeah, it did get a little bit toxic, right? You had our natural hair Nazis, which I was one of those for a long time, just all the shade for all the things. But with locks, I'm noticing a similar trend. It's just like, we have people that started locks and it's vibe, we connected as a tribe, and now the kind of disbursement of views. I don't know how to even put this, but it's coming into the lock world. Does that make sense? I don't know. So long story short, everyone is not for everybody, particularly me. Like, that's the lesson I'm learning. I will also say that in this season, I'm very mindful. And I don't know if it's what's happening in the world, but I'm just mindful of what my hair picks up. Like, I feel so much more desire to cover my hair and to not allow the world, like the environments around me, to know I have locks. And I don't know if it's as much as know that I have locks as much as it is the low energies that's around. Like, I don't want to pick that up or be super sensitive to it, because I'm already super sensitive to it, and like I notice it, but I feel like when my hair is out and exposed, it's like it picks up on all the things, and I feel like negativity is just, I'm on high alert. Again, so in this season, it's about protecting my energy and protecting my wellness. So when I'm covering my hair, I'm also making sure that I'm super mindful about lint and the health of my hair, and being really intentional about when I let my hair down at the end of the day. Like, I'm brushing it, I'm looking into what it picked up, both energetically and physically, like lint, because be allergic to lint, so even saying it just gets something in my throat. So yeah, no lint. And I'm like saging my hair and like all like just clearing energy. It's like, is it heavy for y'all? Is it just me? I don't know. Things just kind of feel just kind of thick right now. Maybe it's me. Again, just something I'm aware of right now. And the last thing I'll say, with this season of my locks, I feel more conscious of how time flies, and also just how conscious of growth. So I feel like this has to be a whole other video, but just me coloring my hair and what it means, what it symbolizes. But because I color my hair once a year, and this was my second year coloring my hair, like at the roots, I am more aware and notice my growth. Like, my roots was just completely green, and now it's like I have a whole inch and a half of like my naturally colored hair, and it's like, has it been that long? And so just the awareness of how time is flying, and like the days are running, like everything is just go, 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 and before you look up, like it's the end of the year. So it's just, because I color my hair, I feel like I get a clearer picture of my growth in my hair versus like, oh my gosh, it's this long now, it's that long. Like, that root color is just, it's right there in my face. So I'm just, aware of people around me, aware of my energy, and just aware of growth. Like, those are the biggest things I notice in my like perspective of having locks. Like, those are the things that come into view for me as of recently. I would love to hear how having locks, what it invites into your perspective, or what are you seeing through the lens of being someone that is wearing locks in the world. Definitely drop your view, your vantage point in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. And as always, I am wishing you peace, love, and good vibes.